Homebuyers are complaining about sky-high prices. Renters are complaining that rents go up year after year. So, is it better to rent or to buy? I mean, what's the real story? Follow me now. Hi, I'm Bob with Top Choice Real Estate and the Living in Indiana team bringing you the word on the street, talking Indiana real estate. Yes, prices have been going up, and that's true whether you're renting or buying. Heck, if you think about it, if you rent a house, rents pretty much have to go up in sync with sales prices. Hey, we can pore over the data, and your eyes will just glaze over. So I'll spare you that. Instead, let's take a look at 6 things that can change your life for the better. Number 1 is appreciation. It's a fact that when you're buying or renting, rising real estate prices are a pain in the donkey. But once you rent, rising prices work against you over time. On the other hand, rising prices work to the benefit of homeowners. It's really pretty simple. Nationally, home prices have risen on an average 54% over the past 5 years, meaning homeowners have seen their house values grow from an average of $269,000 to $415,000. That's their money. Renters don't get a share in that. By the way, $415 minus $269 equals $146,000 of price appreciation for the home they own. And that represents money you can put to good use when you refinance or sell. We're talking about living in Indiana, and I apologize for breaking in, but maybe you can do me a favor. If you like this video or found this content helpful to your cause, then hit the subscribe button, like right now. There's no cost or obligation, there's only benefit. I work harder to make good things happen. Okay, back to the show. Number 2 is tax incentives. The government gives tax incentives for people to own their own homes or to encourage them to do so. These do change from time to time, but generally allow for deductions that only owners can take advantage of. For instance, currently, when you sell a home, almost all home sellers qualify to walk away with up to $250,000 for an individual and up to $500,000 for a married couple in terms of capital gains. So that means tax-free earnings. Not bad, eh? Number 3 is equity. People tell me that when they write a rent check on the 1st of every month, the money is gone. They get nothing for it other than shelter. In fact, that's just how they say it. We get nothing for it. However, when you buy a home, most people take out a mortgage loan, and the loan is paid down each month. A portion of the payment goes towards interest and the rest to the principal. With each payment, the equity grows. It works a lot like an automatic savings account. Over the course of time, these dollars really add up until eventually the mortgage is paid off and you have a savings account equal to the price of the home. And that's before we add in the appreciation I talked about just a minute ago. So that home that you paid $200,000 or $300,000 for now represents $200,000 or $300,000 in savings. Plus, let's not forget about the appreciation you realize from the rising prices. And because of the tax incentives, you can probably walk away with that money tax-free. So if you're considering moving here, you're going to want to pick up our relocation guide. It's free and there's no obligation. My staff and I have prepared the ultimate relocation guide, and you can get your copy below. Number 4 is education. Areas with high rates of home ownership tend to have better schools. That's definitely true throughout the greater Indianapolis area. The better schools attract developers to build more houses for sale. As the community grows, schools get a boost in tax revenue, and that helps those schools to become even better, which, well, you get the picture. And kids that attend better schools tend to get better test scores and more opportunities to go to college, and even the better colleges and universities at that. Then those kids tend to get better jobs that pay better, etc., etc., etc. It's a positive reinforcement loop, one that you just might want your kids to be able to take advantage of. And as an added bonus, homes in the better school systems tend to have some of the highest appreciation rates. Hey, it's a lot of winning. To learn more about the best places to live in Indiana, be sure to hit the subscribe button, like right now. Number 5 is roots. People who own rather than rent stay in their homes 4 times longer on average. That means they're more likely to invest in their properties. I mean, who wants to build a deck onto your landlord's house, and especially if you're going to move in the next 2 years? One of the things I currently love about the house I currently own is that I plan to live here a long, long time, meaning I'm willing to make investments that have a long payback return. It makes my life richer in many ways that you can't measure in dollars. In addition to investing in your place of residence, owners tend to be more involved in their communities. That too brings about long-term benefits to all of the residents. If you're moving to Indiana or want to know the best place to live in Indiana, be sure to check out all the videos we produced on the great cities and towns of the greater Indianapolis area. Number 6 is happiness. I've talked about money a lot, but there's more to life than money, right? And as they say, money can't buy you happiness. I've only rented for about 2 of the last 30 years. And I'll say a couple things. A, I couldn't stand it. B, once you've owned, I think most people find it very difficult and unsatisfying to rent again. And C, when you own, you're pretty close to being the lord of the manor. You don't have to ask the owner for permission to plant a flower or a tree, to have a dog, to put up a fence, or to add a deck, or to put in new flooring, or to buy that refrigerator that's all souped up that you really wanted. It makes a hell of a difference. It's exhilarating and it's liberating, and it gives you a heightened sense of pride and independence. Hey, I can't imagine not being a owner, but that's just me. You'll have to make up your own mind about what's best for you. Now, to be clear, owning takes some ambition and working for long-term goals. But I guess that's true of everything that's worthwhile. The bottom line is you get what you pay for. Hey, it's your call. Now, if you'd like help learning the ropes, avoiding the pitfalls, getting the best first-time homebuyer mortgage, and finding a great first home to call your own, the best place to live in Indiana, then by all means, give me a quick call, shoot me a text or an email. I work harder to make good things happen. Hey, you make it a great day now. P.S. Not all realtors are created equal. This is not my first rodeo. To learn everything there is to know about the greater Indianapolis area or about what I can do to help make your next real estate transaction a true success, then check out this short video clip right now. Hey there, over the years I've worn lots of hats in the real estate industry. So today I'm going to share in this video what they were, what I've done, and most importantly, how that can benefit you. Hey, I bought my first house while I was still in college. So yes, I've been a first-time home buyer. And if you are a first-time home buyer, I know what that feels like, and I've made systems that help so that you come to learn what is going to happen next, so that it takes some of that anxiety out of the whole transaction and makes it a lot more enjoyable experience. Hey, 6 months later, I bought my first duplex and fixed it up. What a learning curve that was. I can remember we were in the kitchen and we were hooking up the gas range. This is the first time I'd ever done this, okay? And all of a sudden we had flames, and my buddy grabs a bucket of really nasty water that we'd use to clean the floor, and he throws it over on me, and oh God. Now, hey, these years later, I ran the gas lines for my entire house and for my barn, put in the furnace, water heaters, everything, okay? So I learned something new every day, and I still do. That work led to being a contractor. You know, we were those guys that had the sign on their truck, you know, like no job too big or too small. The biggest job we ever did was we rehabbed a 42-unit apartment project. I mean, we didn't take it to the studs, but it was pretty darn close. The most interesting job we ever did was we lifted a house up off the foundation, tore out the basement walls, then relayed all the basement walls and set the house back down on the foundation. Hey, because of that kind of experience, I can walk through a house with you, and I can point out opportunities, and I can answer your questions about, can we open up this wall, or can we, whatever the case might be. Hey, and when it's all said and done, I know a guy that can do all those things that you might want done. And you know what? They do good work, they're reliable, and they're affordable. The next hat I wore was property manager. Had something like 500 tenants I was responsible for. And so today I'm an affiliate, or my company is an affiliate of the Key Renter Indianapolis North franchise. And so we can help you with all of your property management needs if you're wanting to buy a house for an investment purpose. This led to me being a builder of single family homes, apartments, condominiums. So when it comes to new construction, it wouldn't be my first rodeo, which means to you, I can be a difference maker for your benefit. Too many people have bad experiences with builders. I can put my experience to work for you, facilitating successful outcomes with new construction homes. It was kind of a natural outgrowth from builder to developer, and I oversaw the engineering and the state highway cuts and putting down new streets and sewer lines and water lines, building in all kinds of weather, all kinds of building sites. Remember one down in Brown County, we were literally hanging off the hillside, putting up siding in about 40 mile-an-hour winds. Wasn't a lot of fun, but we got it done. Hey, I've also done planning and zoning work as my development process, and I do that for clients now. And that's something that can come in real handy when people are buying ground or want to build their own house on their own piece of ground. I did a little work way back in the day as a home inspector, which means to you I can drill down into the reports and I can work for the best outcome for you under the circumstances. For several years I was an appraiser, conventional, FHA, VA. Again, I know the drill. I know how to read the report and I know what can be done about it, which means to you have a greater likelihood of the deal closing. For 17 years I was a mortgage lender. In fact, I grew a mortgage broker to become the second largest mortgage broker in the state that year. I know the ropes and can at times make you aware of opportunities that will literally make dreams possible in your specific situation. As a mortgage lender, one of my specialties was construction lending, including rehab financing. I can help turn a house with good bones into the home you want before you even move into it. Or I can help you to build your dream home on your own piece of ground. About 15 years ago, I worked as a commercial real estate due diligence inspector across the United States and Canada for the great large Wall Street banks and investment firms. I worked all the way from Calgary to Charleston and from Toronto to Biloxi. I did about 500 properties a year, and this was everything from multifamily apartment projects to factories, huge distribution centers, grocery stores, restaurants, hospitals, doctors' offices, retirement homes, high-rise office buildings. Hey, I got those assignments because I could walk into any market in the entire continent and come up with recommendations for these large investment firms so that they could get the best value out of their properties. So hey, if they trusted me to do that, I hope you will trust me with your situation too. Throughout my entire career, just about, I've been a licensed realtor, both here and in Colorado. And I've worn a lot of hats. In fact, it's hard to find a realtor who has the depth of experience that I do. All in all, I've played a role in something like 5,000 successful transactions, which means to you, you have a high likelihood you will achieve success. So, before you sign on with your brother-in-law's third cousin because she's family, consider if you really want to put the largest financial transaction of your life in the hands of, well, your brother-in-law's third cousin who just got their license. Bottom line, there are good reasons why 50% of my business is repeat business and another 25% is referral. My clients tell me I work harder to make good things happen. Make it a great day now. If you're considering relocating to the greater Indianapolis area or moving anywhere within central Indiana, be sure to tune in every week to learn all there is to know about real estate and living in Indiana. Whether you're buying or selling, please keep in mind, I work harder to make good things happen. Hey, make it a great day now. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to watch this next clip right now.